Hi, hello everyone. Today we're going to be simulating if Germany had a, if you will, rebellion against the already German government. Now, in real life, I don't actually know how likely this is. I would guess it's very unlikely due to the EU and NATO. But the EU and NATO don't really exist at this point, so it doesn't really matter. So, we already have the current German government. They own literally everything. What I can do is I'm going to start somewhere, and then we'll see how we can get to certain groups of people that want to make a new German government. Germany might become a lost cause when it becomes a multi-state country. Just kind of like how it was in the Holy Roman Empire. But modern day, obviously. Now, as you can see, I'm doing this on Canvas app Chrome. So, if you really want to do this kind of thing, I'm doing something that's easy to find and not trying to make it too difficult for other people to find. So, I guess we'll be getting started. So, there will be no outside nations supporting any side because Germany would just become a war. That doesn't really surprise me at all. So, I'm gonna guess like Berlin's like right there. Berlin's like right there. That actually looks pretty accurate. I'll keep that there as like Berlin because just in case if we ever have like a, one of the city states or rebellions kind of take over the country, we know exactly what city state or rebellion takes Berlin. Alright, we're gonna get started now. Alright, so we have our first rebellion. In the very corner of Germany. It's a Austria-Czech kind of state. So, kind of how we'll make this work is, excuse me if I'm trying to fix borders. So that's our first little state. This is mostly pro-Czech. Oh, my bad. Yeah, this is mostly pro-Czech. Yeah, this is mostly a pro-Czech Republic. Yeah. So this is mostly just a pro-Czech Republic. Their capital is unknown because, it's a rebellion. They're probably not going to have a capital in this case. I don't know. So, yeah. We're going to have a dice to determine who gets our first point. So, Germany gets its first rebellion. Nothing happens as of right now because I kind of have to have that. That's kind of how this is going to work. Okay. This doesn't count. So we'll have about 5 dice describing who wins a certain war. So, this can be possibly to a German victory, a current German victory, or a current German loss. completely does not matter. It all comes down to these dice. So we're gonna make our first dice move right about now. So this is the rebellion. They got 62 points. So no, it's not 62 troops on the battlefield. It is 62 points. We're going to be going by points because, stuff like that is going to be kind of hard to determine what it's what. So 62 points for the rebellion, or no, the German government, my bad. And it looks like 60 for the for the rebellion. So we'll have the rebellion, or at least these Czech people, lose all of this over here. So yeah. Now the map looks like this. Now we're going to be sparking a new rebellion that are more pro Russian, not Bulgarian. I almost said Bulgarian. More pro-Eastern. So let's see. Okay, we got 64 for a pro-Eastern group. So this is sparking the pro-Eastern group. So this is 64 for a pro-Eastern group. Oh, it's not even close. Yeah, okay, so they get a pro-Eastern group, which is actually really close to Berlin, but it's mostly over here in these islands over here. The ad, bro. Why? I don't need an ad. Try your best to ignore the ad. Yeah, so now we have a new pro-Eastern group. So now, yeah. Now we have two groups of people. I forgot to add a little bit more to this because the first one had a lot more. Okay, so now we actually have a official pro-Eastern group. Oh. Now, do they expand or no? 63 for yes. 44 for no. So they do expand. Oop. Alright, now we have this. They also have these islands, just letting you know that. They also have these islands, so just so you don't have to be too alarmed. They also have partial of this part of the island. They have that part of the island. So, yeah. So, we're going to see if they make a move back. 50. 23. That is sad. So the German government's losing. They were winning against the Czech ones, but now they're not winning against these more Eastern ones. More Easterners. Now, you're probably wondering, how does Russia fund this in the current situation that it already is in? We're just gonna say the Russian-Ukrainian war isn't happening right now, so... Trust me, if I were to be able to explain that, I would, but... Sorry, I'm just adjusting the borders. The borders look whack. So yeah. The German government is not doing well at all. Not doing well. Now, do we get a new kind of rebellion, which is more Western than Eastern. So, it's going to be like the United Kingdom, France, Belgium, the Netherlands, the United States, and a few others. This is yes, so 50 for yes. 57 for no. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because I was going to have them, like, over here in this little basin over here. Okay, so. Checking up on the Czech people. Ha 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 ha. So funny. See if they get... Okay, they got 53. That's not bad. Damn, not even close. Okay. So, I'm going to say they're, like, down to here. You know what? Let's just redo that whole line. That's better. No! Okay, that's what I needed originally. Okay, so... Yeah, these Czech people are suffering right now. They are suffering. I am planning on not using the dice for the next few. Because I'm planning on doing like a Russia, a Poland. You know, we'll do that kind of stuff. Okay, we got a 60. That's really high. It's not the highest we've seen, for sure. Yo, I think Germany might win this. This is for these guys. Actually, this is making them really lucky because now they push them back to over here. So now they won't have to risk any more moves than they already have. Wow, this is really fun. I know I don't sound like I'm having much fun. It's probably just because of my voice, but we'll see. Okay, so 63 for they do expand. I don't want to, I want to re-roll. 8 is crazy. Okay, wait. No, you know what? We're just going to re-roll in general. Okay, so 62. 60, okay. Casual ads. So we had like a 63 and a 60, so that means these guys do gain a little bit of land, but not enough for them to really last them too much longer than they already have. It's not that much, at least. Okay, so yeah. Now, if I do accidentally mess up some things in the process of making this, it's gonna be fine. I mean, it's still gonna probably be the same result anyways. So 44 for the... Oh, that's bad. That's bad. It's not as bad as, like, the 8, but, I mean... 44 for... They keep going process. 73. Germany's gonna win this. There's no way they don't. The Czechs keep getting pushed back. Yeah, they're losing bad. The Czechs are losing terrible. They're doing terrible. Do. Okay, so now we got all that. Alright. I should have probably made these rebellions much bigger, shouldn't I? Okay, 58. 47. So the Germany is actually losing land now. From the Czechs. So now they have all of this. They're getting back some of their land, but they don't have all of it. You're probably wondering what's with this. I'll tell you, actually. There's a heavy amount of troops just within this little area to try to cut the country in half. Just pretty smart, but that's not that much. You have to cut it by, like, right over here. So, now we go back to the dice, and we keep going. So, we got 64 for actually a new group. 64 for a new group. 50 for no. Okay. So, yeah, we do actually get a new... I've learned my lesson. We need to make these much bigger. That's a terrible line. And there we go. I'm gonna get rid of any mistakes that I made. Okay, yeah. Now all of these actually have capital cities now. All the rebellions have capital cities. Yes, that one in the northern part is actually much better than what we already have. And it's all about reaching the capital. I don't care if this takes an hour. I don't care if this video takes an hour. Russia's probably going to take much longer than this. 70 for probably a new group for a French group. Oh my! Yeah, a lot of people said no. Okay. 58 for the new northern, or more northern group. Oh, okay, the northern group expands. Cutting off this little area. Okay, now they cut them off over there. Now, the Danish would definitely intervene right now, but since probably... Yeah, even though if NATO would exist in this case, NATO troops would have already ended the Civil War a long time ago, before it even started. Okay, so, yeah, because it's no fun if you have a Revolutionary War kind of video, and then it is, like, pointless. You know? Sorry about the ads, people. I kind of have no other choice. I mean, you know. Okay, so a new role. So 76 for a French group. Okay. So 53 for a no and, Okay, so now we see a new... Now you're probably wondering, well... Doesn't the French still, like... Okay, hold up. How was I supposed to say this? So, like, don't the French now like the Germans? Yes, they do. But this is more of a French group. These are people that are Germanic people. So these people kind of hate... These are kind of like protesters down here. That are kind of helped by, like, gangs and stuff like that to take down Germany. So, yeah. Let's see if it gets any success. It might not. It actually might just be a bunch of... Ooh, 28. That's not good. I might just... Yep, 50. 55 at least. That's a big loss for them. Hold up, let me redraw that real quick. And we're gonna do other, like, war scenario videos just like this, so... In the future. Since it is spring break for me, I'm gonna be able to pop out more of these videos. I'm not really wishing for too much success on these videos. I just want to make them just to make them. Because now I have free time now. Alright. So, let's go back to the dice. So 48 for the rebellion. 42 for the Germans. Okay. These are... This song... Sorry, this song kind of threw me off. Sorry. I can't remember what the numbers were, but they were probably... I'm pretty sure the Germans had less. Did they? This was 42. Well, if I did get it wrong, then my apologies, but otherwise, they'll probably just expand anyways. Now we're going for these guys over here. $76. That's going to be hard to beat. 65. Okay, now they have, like, this whole freaking coast over here. I I mean, it was close, but it wasn't, like, too close. So, yeah. There it is. Now we're doing it for these guys. Do they expand? Don't look like it, but we'll see. It definitely don't look like it. Alright, so... Cool. $64 for the French side. My bad. 69 for the Germans. So they lose a little bit of land. If I do sound bored, no, I'm just really concentrated right now. Bruh. I think this French rebellion is gonna collapse any minute now. I mean, it has a lot of land, but it just don't feel like it'll be able to hold up. So this is for the Czech people. Oh, 47. They're definitely dying. Yep, 57. 47 and 57. They won't lose too much since it was pretty close. They'll only lose like all of this. Give me 1 second. Alright, you're good to go again. Alright, nice. So 45. Oh, don't want to do that. So 45 for them. Oh, my bad. 45 and 39. So these guys gangland. I don't know what's making these guys so powerful. Like, they are powerful. Yeah, so for their whole thing, they pretty much just do this to get close to the German capital. Which will pretty much end this video so fast. Or at least this recording. Alright, now that they're starting to make a bridge over to Berlin. And we won't do the peace treaty part. We'll just kind of do what we gotta do. You know, just whoever will become the new ruler of... like, the new ruler of, Germany. So 60 and 39. Wow, that is sad. That is mega sad. That's all the way to here. Wow, that was worse than their first attempt to cut this off. I mean, yeah, they did cut it off in their first attempt, but now they did not. They just got freaking slapped. Now, you're probably wondering, would the United States really care about all this? Probably not. I would probably say they wouldn't, but since no no other countries involved in this, you know, except what they're native or what they want to be too. See, these are just all pro-Westerners for the most part. And yes, they own this little island. Okay, so 50 and 58. So they'll be making a push on the French side. The French have never seen a good, at least this French rebellion has never seen a good story to it, has it? Okay. So this is for the Czech people. Ow! So 63 to 71. So they'll be actually making a push. Ow. Okay, so 63. 19, that's crazy. Wow. Now they are literally like on the city boundaries of Berlin, which makes them so close to getting the victory. And they're from the easterns. Remember, they're from like Russia, Belarus, and that area. Okay, so these are for the 72. Okay. Oh yeah, not even close. Yeah, I don't actually think Germany's gonna win this at all. And I thought Germany was probably gonna come back on top. Probably. But it wasn't a guarantee, honestly. Now they have literally all of this, including these islands over here. Now look at that. And let's see, 44. Oh yeah, they want to kill these French people so bad. Yeah, this is, since they're doing so bad, not the French team, but the Germans in general are doing so bad. They're doing really poorly. They're doing terribly. I kind of feel bad, but at the same time, you know, WW2 does not make me feel bad for anything that they've done. Okay, so now it's the Czechs. Let's see if they actually get a lot this time. 53. That's not really good. 61. So it looks like the Czechs are going to be pushed out of this area. Okay, so now we got the already winning team, the Easterners. Oh. $67, okay. I'm pretty sure you guys know what that means, right? So, they already conquered Berlin. They're already gonna try to connect their forces with... Yeah, and they've also connected their forces with these Westerners over here. And they've also taken Berlin. And, well... Alright. Yeah. The Easterners won. They took Berlin. And there's really gonna be no other option here. You know how it is. Yeah. So that's, I guess, the end of the video, guys. Guys and girls. Alright. I will see you guys tomorrow. More than likely. Alright. Bye.